Hello everybody, it's me again, T. Walton, out here in Washington. This YouTube's going to be on a photography subject. You know, maybe sometimes you've gone to Grandma's house and she has a piece of pottery, an old piece of pottery that you'd like to photograph. You want to get the right lighting and you got to have the right background and you're not quite sure how to do it. Well, I'm going to show you how to make what I call the cheap man's miniature studio. And I've used this to photograph flowers. I've used it for pottery, candles, different things. And I'll show you pictures of those. I'll show you how I made mine, how you could make one easily. You can go to Lowe's. You can look at what they've got. I had a friend that made them out of PVC pipe, and it worked out great. So I'll take you along this little journey, show you how it's done, what I've done, the backgrounds I've used, and how the photographs turned out. So I hope you enjoy it. So here's what I've gotten. I had a scrap 2x6, which I cut in half. These are about 22 inches each. Got that. Oh, and I put a 2x2. I nailed that up on the top. I've got this 1x4. And in this case, I put an all thread through it, and I will hook the famous cube onto that. 2 clamps for the top, a couple smaller clamps to help put in the background. You can use different color backgrounds, yellow, black. I'll probably use both when I show you how this was done. So here it is, set up, easily done. Clamp onto the 1x4, clamp on the 1x4. I hooked the cube up in here, starting to see a little studio. On the bottom, there's a couple scrap pieces of flooring that we put in on one of our floors, nailed it to a board. That's going to be the bottom. That's going to give some texture to the bottom. And now I'll put the backing on. So there it is with the backing on, the cube light, the bottom for texture. And let's photograph a ceramic candle. I'll light it up and we'll photograph it. I'll show you the camera, the settings, and how we go from there. I'm using a Tamron lens. It's an 18-400 millimeter. And I'm set right at about, looks like about 150 millimeters. This is a Nikon D7200. Of course, you can use any camera that you have. This is probably an outdated camera, but it still does the shots and it still takes pretty nice pictures. I like to use one of these cable release buttons to avoid any kind of vibration into the camera. So that's what it looks like from the back of the camera on live view. As you can see, my settings are f6.3 with a shutter speed of 1/3. We'll snap a few of those and then we'll show you how those look. Okay, I'll click a couple more photos and then we'll switch the subject matter. Let's try a different candle. This one's got a face on it. I'll have to change my settings probably a little bit. It's taller than the other one, but I'll take you through that one. So here we are with the settings on this one. A little different. Still the f6.3 and a 1 inch on the, or 1 second on the shutter speed. Take one, we'll take another one. On the next one, again, we'll change the subject matter and I'll change the background too. So on this one, obviously I put in a yellow background, but instead of letting it drop in the back, I'm letting it come out because I think that'll do justice to this. And we're going to take a picture of a vase with feathers. Okay, I'll show you how this sets up. On this one, I'm going to change the settings because I want to get a little more definition into the feathers. So I moved my f-stop to f9 and the shutter speed went down to 3 seconds. So let's snap a few of these, see how they come. So I moved the shutter to 1.3 seconds, and that looks like that's going to be just right. When I process this one, I'm going to do it through Topaz, so it's going to look a little different, and I'll show you what the processed photo looked like. We're going to take a picture of Buddha. I forgot to mention I do use some alternative lighting whenever I can. I'll set that up and move it around till it gets to the spot where I like it. So this is the settings I'm going to use. I'll click a few pictures, and you'll see these too. So here's that set up. Take some pictures. I've done this with flowers. I'll show you a few of the flowers I've done. I'll show you a number of other pictures I've done with this setup, and I'll show you how easy this is to take down. Marbles are always fun to take photographs of. So let's click a few of these, see how they turn out. All right, here we go. Fire away. There'll be a little bit of light that I'll have to work on when I do the processing on this one, but this will be good. So this all unassembles pretty easy and quick. Easy to store. And there you got it. Miniature homemade cheap man studio. Well, that's it. That's how I did it. That's how you can do it. Don't you just love marbles? Aren't they great? Oop, I'm losing my marbles. So enjoy, go out, take pictures, make a studio, make a miniature studio, do something. But it's a beautiful weather and it's springtime, so get out there and photograph. See you next time.